that spring actually began February 1st. Lotus Dawn here with Blossom with the Stars, true to the actual stars, sidereal astrology. And I'm sitting out here in California in a wild bed of golden California poppies, and I'm celebrating spring. What do you mean? I thought spring began March 21st. Well, I discovered the Celtic calendar many years ago, like 10 years ago now. And in the Celtic calendar, spring actually begins February 1st. The high point of spring then becomes the spring equinox, and then summer actually begins on May 1st. So I want y'all, if you're curious to try this out, get out a calendar, get out an app, and go ahead and write February 1st, first day of spring, May 1st, first day of summer. Summer solstice is the high point of summer. And then guess what? Autumn begins August 1st. So autumn begins August 1st. Winter then begins November 1st. And spring begins February 1st. We'll go through that one more time. So this is the Celtic calendar. This was the original calendar for England, Scotland, Ireland, the Celtic peoples. And ever since I started following this calendar, I've found that my connection to the earth and to nature and to the rhythm of nature and the earth has increased substantially. I actually feel like I get more time for each of the seasons, even though I live in California where the seasons are fairly similar. I still feel like I get more time with each of them. So February 1st is the very first day of spring in the Celtic calendar. And then March 21st is that high point of spring. And then May 1st is the beginning of summer. August 1st is the beginning of autumn. November 1st, the beginning of winter, etc. And so since I've started following the Celtic calendar, I feel so much more connected to the earth. I feel so much more in tune with the seasons. And why would this be? Well, because the Celtic people, they live very close to nature. In fact, they live very close to their livestock and would bring their livestock in every winter. And the reason they set February 1st as the beginning of spring was that that was when the baby lambs would appear. And so that would be when the milk would come, and that would be the beginning of life for their people. So they followed very much the cycle of Mother Earth and nature, one, because they lived so close to it. And my mind was completely blown that here I am in California, and literally February 1st, I go out hiking and it is just filled with spring wildflowers. Now, I know for those of you where it's still snowing and it's still freezing temperatures, this may sound ludicrous, and I totally understand that. But play ball with me, put it on your calendar, see how it resonates for the rest of the year, and let me know if this assists you to connect more deeply to the earth, to yourself, to your own rhythm, and to life itself. Sending you all massive love and light from the beautiful California poppies. Biggest love. Aloha.